All right, so we've gone over early 60 snag, early 60 snag swap. Now it's time for early 60 snag special. All right, so those of you not familiar with the run and shoot kind of terminology or philosophy, special tells the number 2 and the number 3 receiver in the trips to switch responsibilities. So in our traditional snag, the way that we run it, the Z would still have his slant sit, the Y would normally have the wheel, and the F would have the bubble, but we made a special tag. So now Y has the bubble. F, instead of having a wheel, will now have a seam read. Okay, so again, for those of you not familiar with the run and shoot, all a seam read is the F is going to run up the seam, and as soon as he passes the under coverage. So in this case, the under coverage is the sandbacker right here. Now, we don't know what depth it's going to be at. It could be at 5 yards, it could be at 8 yards, it could be at 12 yards. But he does not make his read until he has passed the under coverage. So he'll get past the under coverage, and he is not allowed to make his read any later than 15 yards. So if the under coverage goes all the way to 15, he's still got to make his read. Okay, his read is either a stop, a dig, a post, or a go. Now, obviously, you have to teach this in spring and fall ball. All right, and everybody has to understand how to run a seam read. And so you put the seam read in before you put in any concept. But once you get to this point, right, and you make a special tag, he's got the seam read. All right, and we'll go over that later in a later video of how to exactly to teach that. But all that is snag special. So the Y would have the bubble, and the F is going to run right up the high school hash. So the Y is going to line up on the hash. The F is going to split the Y and the nearest offensive person on the line of scrimmage. So if that would be a tight end, okay, or a wing, the nearest person, whoever it is, he is going to split them. Okay, and his job is to replace the Y's alignment. All right, so this is our special tag. It's our 60 series, so nothing changes. Offensive line are going to vertical set. Running back is going to check release to the weak side. All right, and he's going to look for any pressure from the will, and then obviously he's going to go weak to strong. And then if nobody comes, he'll step up, and then he'll just release and just sit over the ball. As our check down, X now has his 6-step option route here on the backside. So that's early 60 snag special.